What's up, YouTube? So today we're talking about our engagement video. It's obviously like a very special and important moment to us, but just diving right into it. So the night before that I proposed to her, we went to the lawn on D. It was actually like very cold outside. Originally we were planning on going out to eat after we went to the lawn on D, but because of how cold it was, we just decided that we were gonna come back home right afterwards. When we went with her brothers and sisters, which was actually pretty good, just having them with us to share the experience.
It was all of our first time going there.
Yeah, it was all of our first time going there. So the day afterwards, originally we had planned on like going out to breakfast early in the morning before we got, well, I had planned before we had got the day started, and it didn't end up happening.
I guess you could say it was my fault. I took longer than expected to get dressed, but that's because you didn't tell me what to wear, or you weren't giving me a lot of hints.
Yeah.
He was just telling me wear something nice, and I was like, but where are we going? Is it going to be outside? Are we going to be moving a lot? Like, I need to know more so I know what to wear, but he wasn't telling me anything. That's how that went in the morning. And my sister was doing my hair, and she did a light makeup. But that was weird to me because he had my sister there with him so that she could do my makeup and my hair. So that was planned between them, and I didn't know.
I tried to like think ahead, guys, try to get everything like situated, because I knew she was going to want to look nice for the big day. But apparently it doesn't work the way you think, just telling like a female to get dressed. Apparently it comes with a bunch of questions and added things that you have to consider. So that is the reason why we didn't end up going out to breakfast. But we did end up going to the first photo shoot. We loved the pictures, they came out beautiful. After the first photo shoot, we went bowling. Bowling was actually a really interesting experience. We went with her brothers and sisters. We split up into teams sometimes. We also played a couple singles games. It was actually really competitive. Zio surprisingly was doing like remarkably well.
It really was, and I don't know why, because I'm not good at bowling at all.
Yeah.
But that day I was actually doing good.
Zio was doing really, really well. Which reminds me, the pictures for the lawn on D and bowling are a little bit dark just because it was nighttime. So we apologize for the quality of those. But after bowling, we went to Olive Garden. Mainly because of how picky of an eater I am. Olive Garden is a spot that we go to occasionally. I invited her family to come out to eat with us, which was actually really cool and a good experience. Just all of us sitting there laughing, talking, having a great time. But we went to Olive Garden. After we all finished eating, we split up. I took her brother and one of her sisters with me to continue at the location, pretty much like setting up, because I still had a lot of stuff that needed to get done. I had to set up the heart, like put the rose petals, and a whole bunch more. And then I had her family take her back to the house so that she could start getting ready. Like, she needed to put on a dress, she needed to put on shoes, she needed to get her makeup done, have her hair touched up, which she'll tell you about. But
he actually had one of my sisters go with me and my parents, just so that she could help me, retouch my makeup, retouch my hair. And then she was the one in communication with Josh.
Yeah, so while I was with her other sister and her brother there, I was actually texting like the sister that was with her, just getting her prepared for the big day. Oh my gosh, I forgot the blindfold. So I had like a black blindfold that I wanted like her to wear because she'd been to the location where I was planning on proposing to her before. So like when her parents were driving her up there, I wanted her to be blindfolded. I forgot the blindfold.
And he forgot to tell my family.
Yeah.
He told my family the day of, like minutes before probably us leaving the house. I overheard my sister tell my mom that Josh wanted me to be blindfolded. I was like, what do you mean he wants me to be blindfolded? Why does he want me to be blindfolded? It was funny. And they were stressing, trying to find something to blindfold me with because he had forgot the black one like he was just telling you guys. It was funny because they ended up just putting a scarf over my eyes because there was nothing else to cover my eyes with.
But yeah, guys, like imagine being on a car ride for like 15 to 20 minutes blindfolded, not knowing where you're going. It was
weird.
Yeah, it was definitely weird. But she actually arrived with her parents, and we were like kind of finished setting up. There was a lot of stuff that like I wanted to be done that I didn't get the chance to be done, but I didn't bring the materials, so I'm not mad at it. It still came out beautiful. We both enjoyed the location and the way that everything looked. But she arrived with her parents, and what I'm about to tell you now is about the binder. So the binder was probably like one of the most memorable things about that day, because those pictures were a part of a binder where when you open the binder, it pretty much like plays the song that I dedicated to her. So imagine like as she pulls up, I hand her the binder. No, I didn't hand it to her. It was under her seat. So I had her like reach down.
I was still blindfolded.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That wasn't smart on my part. I should have had to take the blindfold off at that point. But
you told me just to lift it up a little bit and
yeah.
read.
So she reached under her seat, she grabbed the binder. When she opened it, it started playing our song. And then the binder pretty much just like recaps our relationship over the 5 years, the good, the bad, just how much we love each other. And she honestly was just like sitting there reading the binder, going through it.
I was crying, guys. I was so emotional. It was all so beautiful.
It was great. But the main reason why it was great, she didn't even notice at the time because of how emotional she was. And honestly, I feel like a lot of you guys are gonna miss it as well. Like the binder is really special. I'm not gonna say it right now. I'll probably say it towards the end of the video why we feel it's that special. But there is something special about the binder that I feel like a lot of you guys aren't gonna pick up on until I tell you. So keep on the lookout for that. But after she read the binder, she got out, and she was still blindfolded. She got out, and I actually was helping her like get over to the location because trying to get over there was like a little tough. You had to go down some stairs. But we actually made it over to the location, and I had her standing in like this one spot before I actually got down on one knee, and I pretty much told her that it was okay now for her to take off the blindfold. As she was walking in though, there was like also our song playing again. Her family was standing off to the side. We had one of our friends who was the photographer there taking pictures. It was really beautiful. It also was at sunset, which made the pictures look even more beautiful. But she took off the blindfold, and then I pretty much went through this long speech where I pretty much told her like I love her, I want to be with her forever. And I asked her like, will you marry me? And she broke down. She said yes. We hugged. But we just wanted to give you guys a little back history and tell you a little bit more about our big day and let you guys be a part of it. So
it was beautiful, guys. I was so emotional. I was speechless. I still am. I still get butterflies in my stomach just even thinking about it, or how beautiful and perfect that day was. And it's a moment that we will always cherish. We have a lot of pictures, and it's something that we will be able to show our son down the line, obviously as he gets older. So it's all beautiful to have.
Oh, something that I didn't mention is that I actually asked her parents for permission to marry their daughter. I know it was very important to her to get their blessing and actually obtain their blessing. I mean, it meant a lot to me at the same time, because knowing that I had like their parents' support to marry their daughter was actually like really cool. It's not something that I've ever done before, so going to talk to them about like how much I love their daughter and how much I want to spend the rest of my life with their daughter, seeing their reactions to it and how they supported me, it was actually really cool. But I'm glad that I actually went and obtain their blessing. Like I said, we're gonna let you guys dive into the video. On another note, we wanted to thank you guys so much for tuning into our videos.
Definitely.
We've been receiving a ton of views. We actually surpassed 25 subscribers, so we're excited. There's definitely gonna be more content coming soon, so stick with us. But yeah, we just wanted to say thank you and continue to tune into the Babbz family.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. were talking about with the binder that we thought you guys wouldn't notice is that if you look at the first letter of all the titles on the binder, it actually spells out "Will you marry me?" So before she actually got to the location on the beach where I actually got down on one knee and asked her would she marry me, I had already asked her. When I handed her the binder, it was pretty much me asking her, like, will you marry me? So, like, afterwards, like, after the big day was already over, like, I pretty much told her, like, you know I asked you before we actually got to the beach, and she had no idea what I was talking about.
I missed it. I was crying reading. I was going through it. I was reading it, and I was crying, but I missed the first letter of the title.
It's just one of those creative things that I wanted to throw in there, and it actually ended up working where she didn't catch it, so it was really cool.